We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's the opener of this three-game series between the Cobras and the Arrows. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Josh Hansen, a native of Connecticut, will be doing the pitching in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Settling in now, Mark Lacey, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First of three here on this Tuesday night as the game's first offering is taken for strike one. Guys, we take a look at the home nine as they take the field tonight. They begin this series feeling pretty good about the way things have gone as they come in riding a four-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this is going to be an interesting watch for me. I can only think back to when you're facing an ace. The team's playing well, you're confident, you go to the ballpark and you want to set the tone. Everybody's in the hitters meetings trying to formulate a game plan to combat what this guy's been able to do throughout the course of the season so far. This should be an interesting game of cat and mouse today.
Line down the left field line, but this is going to get foul. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2. Good night for baseball. 69 degrees here at first pitch. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Set to deal on 2-2. A bouncer up the middle. And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
I mean, you couldn't ask any more out of a leadoff hitter. You have two jobs, to get on base and to work the pitcher as much as you could. And he executed both those to a T.
Into the box, Buford Christian, as the first pitch sinker misses to him. It's ball one. The average for him at 267 on the year. 4 home runs and 11 RBIs. There he goes. Pitch outside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Now the 2-0 home.
Ball, that's out.
Looking at his lifetime numbers, Christian is quickly approaching 200 career homers, looking to inch closer here. Now the 3-0 offering, and he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Coming to the plate now, Jonathan Adkins, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Skied into straightaway right. Tierney is there to put it away for out number 1.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Paul Taylor.
Now at the plate, Paul Taylor, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the belt, the pitch. And that's off his leg on the mound. No chance to make a play. Let's see if he's okay out there. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. At the plate now, Brad Benton lifted in the air out towards left center. And this is going to plate at least 2 of those runners as it's down for extra bases. And not in time as he just crosses the plate in time.
One team's dream inning is another team's nightmare, right? That's their 3rd hit of this opening inning. This one a double. That's got to have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's going to go in this one.
Stepping into the box, Michael Wright. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. First delivery to him on the way. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
In tight with the sinker, ball 2.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Now the 2-0. Drives it the other way to deep right. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
One of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the 3rd run across in this inning.
So stepping in, Richard Wise, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0.
2-0.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
3 runs already home here. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone. Well, time to look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Road, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Cobras are out in front, 3-0. David Lund, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at one of the game's top strikeout pitchers. He's averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings so far on the season. We'll know if he's on early by seeing a lot of swings and misses.
Digging in now, Rolando Valido. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Rolando.
Now here's the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And guys, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, for me, I'm going to go off script here. I think one of the keys to winning this game, I get it. The pitcher has to throw strikes. The offense has to show up. but I need more energy, more focus. I need guys flying around. I need guys looking like they want to win a ball game.
And there's one down now.
The first baseman, Alton Kramer.
Stepping in, Alton Kramer. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike one. One out, nobody on. Pitch popped up. Suarez is calling for it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Batting third, the right fielder, Chet Tierney.
Into the box now, Chet Tierney. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball well outside.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Hit hard up the middle. But the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Around second now and headed for third. And he'll get there without a play. It's a stand-up triple. So that's his third triple of the year.
Yeah, that's not a ton, Matt, but he looked very capable there of picking up some more as the season goes on.
So now to the plate, Antonio Nunez, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Tierney on third with 2 out. A ball and a strike. Nunez has all the necessary skills to play great defense on the left side of the infield, and it makes him really fun to watch. He can pick it with the best of them, but what sets him apart is the huge arm. It's accurate, it's incredibly strong, certainly has the ability to uncork a throw and beat a runner when he needs to, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, anybody that has the ability to go to their backhand and to absolutely fire a cannon across the infield is a huge asset to have.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder giving chase. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Digging in, Glenn Suarez.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
First delivery to him on the way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Down low, 2 balls and a strike.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
The 2-1 is laid off of for ball number 3.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
The 3-1 down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Down the third baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
In now, David Lund, as he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. And he takes a cold strike one.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
A ball and 2 strikes.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Stepping in now, Mark Lacey, as he'll take a look at a curveball that drops in there on the outer half. It's strike one. He singled to open up the ball game. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Runs up and gets this one down, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike two. And that's a setup pitch right there. 1-2.
Count 1-2.
Hit to third, reined in. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Last half of the second set to go, and coming forward, the veteran outfielder Muhammad Butts.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Now the 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Soft grounder left side. And the leadoff man in the inning will get the job done here. It's an infield single.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. Soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting it down the first baseline. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
Devin Mize stands in as he looks at ball one here. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
The 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's at the knees and called strike 3. Now at the plate, Bull Jr. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And a dive, but he's back. He's set. Here it comes. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
That's pretty savvy base running, right? A lot of pitchers don't throw over twice in a row, so I think he was going on first movement, and it worked out nicely.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
The 1-2. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, there are a couple of things you don't want to do as a visiting pitcher. Never give the home crowd a reason to get involved early, and don't put guys on base to ignite a big inning. Well, mission accomplished on both fronts. We'll see how he responds.
Now to the plate, Andrew Zavala, and he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average isn't pretty. First offering on its way.
Counts 1-0.
The 1-0 home. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Count is 1-2.
First and second now, 1 man out. And it's fouled away. And he fouls this one off. Now another 1-2. And this one gets away. So now 2 men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and 2 runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
Here now the 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
And he looks at one that misses, ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with 1 away. So striding forward now, Josh Henson. First delivery to him on the way. A high fastball is in there. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
You put yourself in this situation, you got to get yourself out of it. You got the pitcher at the plate, 2-0 count. You got to take your chances and throw something middle of the plate.
Now the 2-1.
Oh, that's upstairs.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Wise has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And they are on the board. It's a sac fly and an RBI to make this a 3-1 game now.
Obviously, he's hoping for more if they're with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
Into the box, Rolando Valido. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. First pitch coming, here it is. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
1 pitch shy of 40 for him right now, and he's not even out of the second inning of work. He's definitely not being as efficient on the mound as he'd like.
And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there. From the belt, kicks and deals. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. So 1 run here, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. Mississippi is out in front here, 3-1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Buford Christian. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Fouled away. Again, another foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
I'll try to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here now the 2-2.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his own, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
And that at-bat will put a smile on any manager's face. The pitch total of the opposing pitcher just keeps going higher and higher, and he still couldn't put him away. So this inning is off to a good start for the guys carrying the sticks.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Jonathan Adkins. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
Now the 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Like to see him be looking to the opposite field with this next swing. Pitcher's trying to work you away.
Now the 2-0 home. Hit hard on the ground to second. He's got it. There's one. On to first. A double play.
That's not the guy you're going to see doubled off very often, so that was a quick turn at second base. Good transfer and a strong throw.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Paul Taylor. Here's the first pitch to him. Third inning here. 3-1 our score. Hit down the third baseline. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one. And now it'll kick around in the corner. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. At the plate, Alton Kramer. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-1.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fouled off.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
And another foul ball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
No, that's down.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Hit back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center field, so he's got himself a leadoff single.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
To the plate now, Chet Tierney, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. 2-2.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
Now the 3-2 pitch. fouled away. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Man, that's just painful for a pitcher right there. A 3-2 offering that was right on the corner, but he couldn't get him to chase, and he doesn't get the call. You can't beat yourself up about that one too much.
Stepping in, Antonio Nunez, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch coming, here it is. And no swing, apparently, ball 1. First and second here with nobody out. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
2 balls and a strike now. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Now this is on the ground at first. We'll see if they can get 2. And that's through into right field for a base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Into the box now, Muhammad Butts, as he'll reach for one and come up empty for the first strike. Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. In the dirt here. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Now batting, third baseman, Devin Mize.
Ready for another chance? Devin Mize, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First delivery to him on the way. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this is foul for the first strike. Here comes the 0-1. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Runners are at first and second with one away. Here's a little chopper up the middle. One there, and nearly a double play. That was closer than I thought it would be, and the inning will continue.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Striding in, Bo Jr., as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch of the at-bat.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
Here's the 0-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Lays off 2-2 now. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Cobras are out in front here, 3-2. So striding in, Brad Benton stands in here after doubling home 2 in his first at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The catcher, number 4, Michael Wright.
So digging in now, Michael Wright. He's ready. Here's the first offering. 0-1 the count. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
So now to the plate, Richard Wise. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
Scooped up, throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Andrew Zavala.
Andrew Zavala.
Here comes the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Quite an interesting outing up to this point as we head into the middle innings. He's pitching quite well, but you look at his first pitch strike percentage, less than 40%. That's going to be something he's going to need to clean up moving forward.
And he fouls this one off. Another 0-2 coming.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Count full.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1. So here now's the pitcher, Josh Henson. Earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate.
Yeah, for a pitcher, Matty, that was a successful AB right there. Good job helping his own cause.
Well above the letters with the fastball that time. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Too high, and it's 3-0. Rolando Valido waits on deck. 3-0 pitch. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Here comes the right fielder. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Number 10, second baseman, Rolando.
Ready for another shot now. Rolando Valido. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Now the bunt attempt hits him here, but they're going to say he offered at it, and that's the first strike. Taken high and deep to right. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play, and that ends the inning. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Glenn Suarez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. To third. Right to him. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
The pitch, number 16, David Lund.
Now at the plate, David Lund. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted down the line in left. Mize trying to get there, and this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Wow, was he behind that fastball? Great job on the mound using the curveball to set up the heater.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. One out, nobody on. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Outside and a full count, 3-2.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. Line towards center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So the lineup card turns over with 1 away following the base hit out of the pitcher's spot.
Hey, that's a win-win right there. Solid AB by the pitcher after battling, making this pitcher work and executing and getting a result. Job well done.
In now, Mark Lacey. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Great game plan so far by this offense. They're not chasing any of those breaking balls out of the zone.
Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. Hit hard on the ground to second. He'll go to the bag for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. Home half of the 5th coming up. Mississippi is out in front, 3-2. Leading off the inning, Alton Kramer, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Alton Kramer.
First offering on its way. In there, 0-1. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. The windup and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
1-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance, though, as it landed to the upper deck. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
At the plate now, Chet Tierney, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And it's 1-2.
That's out 1-2.
Here it comes.
That's out 2-2.
And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. Fouled away. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
Now the 3-2 pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Antonio Nunez.
Digging in and looking for more, Antonio Nunez. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. A ball and no strikes. 2 out, nobody on. Count even now at 1-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Jerry Conway will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season. At the plate, Buford Christian.
Leading off for Mississippi, the left fielder, Buford Christian.
First delivery to him on the way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Tierney moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
The center fielder, number 32, Jonathan Atkins.
At the plate, Jonathan Atkins. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Strike taken up in the zone. Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. One and one.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Now the pitch. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late on that heater is he was expecting another changeup.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home. Fly ball out toward left center field. Butts is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
The third baseman, number 3, Paul Taylor.
So coming to the plate, Paul Taylor, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch on its way.
Yep, that ball went out. That's the ball. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
3-0 pitch. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs, and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Stepping into the box, Brad Benton, man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that misses inside 1-0. 2 out with the man at first. That's wide, 2-0. Runners off for second. Pitch inside, the throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Brian Bledsoe enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Bledsoe.
Digging in once again, Muhammad Butts. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
The center fielder, Muhammad Butts.
First pitch of the at-bat. A ball and no strikes. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. One and 0 pitch on the way.
2 balls, no strikes.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Now the 2-1 pitch. It is a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you gotta find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
And that one misses, so the leadoff man will head down to first on ball 4 to start the bottom of the 6th.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. The go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Now at the plate, Devin Myers. He's set and the pitch. He's got it. To second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Bull Jr. First offering on its way. Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
0-2, here it comes. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Now another 0-2.
Inside, ball 1.
Not a bad spot to miss right there. Much rather have it run inside than out over the plate where the hitter can do a lot of damage.
And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the 2nd time here tonight. Stepping up now, Brad Benton. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Brad Benton.
First delivery to him on the way.
1-0.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one. Very high, 2-1. Pitch on the way. 2-2 the count. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
Now batting, Michael Wright. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
No balls and a strike to count. Set to deliver the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Now batting, the right fielder, Richard Wise.
Now in the box, Richard Wise. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
Myers is over and he tucks it away for the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Flores.
Digging in to try it again, Glenn Suarez. First pitch coming, here it is. And that's in there for a strike.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Well outside with the curveball for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed. The 2-2. Hard on the ground towards short. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
Sean McKee will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
McKee.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, McKee carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Comes set, the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Please join for the traditional 7th Express.
Michael Jordan gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Last half of the 7th here, and next to hit is the catcher, Andrew Zavala.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
First pitch on its way. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Here's the 0-1. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch.
Ball 3.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
The 3-1. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His first home run of the season, as it's now a 3-all ball game.
And some guys just have a knack for the dramatic. He comes up in a big spot and just cranks one out of here to even the score. Not a bad time to hit your first homer of the year, huh?
Robinson Schwaben will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Robinson.
The 0-1 delivery. High and deep down the left field line. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Rolando.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Rolando Valido. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. Runs up and gets this one down. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Now here it comes. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The 1-2 misses, ball 2.
Well, we all know he can burn on a base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Grounder down the line at third, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Now a changeup is bounced to second, fielded cleanly on the first, and there are 2 down.
The first baseman, number 12, Alton Kramer.
Digging in, Alton Kramer. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and they're going to call this a home run. And now hold on just a second here. It would appear that they're going to discuss whether this in fact stayed inside the foul pole. They're going to go inside and have a look at the video replay, as we'll take a look and let you decide for yourself. The review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. The 1-1 home.
Hey, nice job of bouncing back after the leadoff homer. 2 quick outs after the bomb, and he's got a chance to get out of this.
2 out, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now the pitch.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Weak grounder down the line at third, and this is going to be a foul ball. The next 3-2. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Now batting, right fielder, Chet.
At the plate, Chet Tierney. First pitch on its way. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball one.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there 1-0.
1-1 the count. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now the 2-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Here now the 2-2. Hit sharply on the ground. Right to him. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. 7 complete here tonight. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Christopher Meadows is going to come on in relief as he'll be making his 20th appearance of the season. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Mark Lacey. First delivery to him on the way. Late square, and this is popped up. Throw to first in time, and the bunt attempt is foiled.
Well, he was planning that before he even got in the box, and he got it down, but it wasn't quite good enough to put him on board.
Standing in, Buford Christian. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hey! 0-1 again.
One out, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
0-1.
Now a flare out toward right center. And that's in there, base hit.
Now back, the 7th fielder, Jonathan Atkins.
Standing in now, Jonathan Atkins. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0 home.
That can be one of the downfalls of pitching out. It puts you behind in the count, and if you throw another ball, you're kind of in a difficult spot.
Now the 2-0 home. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And he gets the call there, 3-1. Full count, 3-2.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are 2 gone.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
For the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first, and he'll get back in safely. Another look to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Once more, a throw over. Runner back safely. Into the box, Paul Taylor. He swings and grounds it to short. Throw on the second for the force, and the side is retired. Ed Robinson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and stepping up as the shortstop, Antonio Nunez. Here comes the first pitch.
Oh, that's kicked out.
Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Hit to short. Scooped up. On to first, and a sigh of relief in that visitor's dugout as that's a big man to retire to start out the home 8th.
The center fielder, number 11, Mohamed Butts.
Stepping up to the plate, Mohamed Butts. First offering on its way. High and deep down the left field line. Gone all the way into the upper deck. So a solo shot down the line in left as they've taken a 1-run lead.
That's a big-time bomb right there. It's about time now for the closer to get ready and slam the door on this one.
Stepping in now, Devin Myers. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 1-0. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. Robinson is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
At the plate, Bull Jr. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. And this one gets away. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, when a reliever comes in a game, he always wants to make a big impression, but I don't think uncorking a wild one was what he had in mind. Sometimes it takes a reliever a little bit of time to be comfortable on the mound out there, so we'll see if he can settle in.
And now the runner's trying for third. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time as he just does get in there ahead of the throw.
That's not easy to do. To steal third off a catcher that has an elite arm like this, great base running there.
One out and a runner on third. And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Andrew Zavala.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Andrew Zavala comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Yeah, Matt, that last AB was a changeup that was way up in the zone, and that ball got smoked. Listen, if you're going to throw that changeup, you have to try to keep that thing at the knees or below. He can ill afford to throw waist-high to belt-high changeups.
Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Ready now. 2-strike pitch on its way. And here's a swing and a miss. And that, folks, is a big out number 2.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
Will Hernandez will see what he can do off the bench as he'll bat with runners at the corners and 2 gone here. Good take there to lay off the high fastball. Looking at his career totals, Hernandez has just over 100 career home runs to his credit. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Here it is. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss. Hit out towards second. Reined in. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as this side is retired. So 1 run on 2 hits, with the big blow being the home run. No errors, and a couple of men left. We've played 8 full. The Arrows on top 4-3. Justin Yeager comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Brad Benton. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Brad Benton.
First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Nope. Missed low and inside with it. 1-1. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth. Standing in, Michael Wright. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Popped him up. Kramer moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged the bullet.
In now, Richard Wise. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, we used to have a saying right here. You would stride to the plate for this AB trying to chop wood. Not in today's game. You just want to get your bat plane on the same path of the ball. Can't continue to swing under those elevated heaters.
1-run game here in the top of the ninth. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this pitch arsenal, you just got to find a way to shorten up and battle, put something in play.
Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Hey, this game is close right here, but I'll take you inside the mindset even if it was a blowout. I know the team's down to their final out, but you'll be hard-pressed to ever find an offensive player give away an AB. Nice infield single right there to keep the line moving.
So now to the plate, Glenn Suarez. And a ball 1-0. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. The 1-0 is in there for strike one. Runner goes for second. That's a strike to throw down. Not in time. He's in there at second.
90 feet is a big deal when you're talking about a one-run game, so that's a little risky. But hey, sometimes you have to be aggressive and force the other team to stop you.
2 out here and a runner at second. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's a 4-4 game.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
First pitch cut of it's by him for strike one. comes set. The 0-1. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
A pause, and the 0-2. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
The set, and the 1-2. In the dirt, and now let's see. In time as he just gets the tag down. So not a good turn of events for this home crowd as now their ninth inning lead has evaporated. To the bottom of the ninth we go. Top of the order due up, and we are tied 4-4. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Tim Lee will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Jason McIntosh will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. All set for the bottom of the ninth. And stepping in will be the very fleet-footed Rolando Valido. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Lee, originally from Mississippi. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
Some guys only get to free agency one time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime of his career. Is he able to handle the pressure as he plays out this final season?
That evens it up 1-1. Pitch on the way.
Oh, that's low.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
The 2-1. Takes that one for strike 2 on the inside corner. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
The first baseman.
Into the box now, Alton Kramer. First offering on its way. Grounded down the third baseline. He's got it. On the first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out.
Tierney.
Digging in, Chet Tierney. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Center fielder giving chase. But he can't make a play on it. And it hops into the stands to boot for a ground rule double. So now the winning run is into scoring position. Into the box now, Antonio Nunez, as he'll come up empty there as he misses the off-speed pitch for strike 1. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. popped up. Benton in foul ground, and no one will get this one. The set and the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Possible winning runs at second with 2 down, however. And here's a curveball that's laid off that time. It's full 3-2.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
And the payoff pitch. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
The center fielder, number 11,
Muhammad Butts will stand in yet again, and he, of course, has had one of the big blows in the contest so far. This was back in the 8th, as this solo shot proved to be a very important run in this ball game. Here's the first pitch. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Christian is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. We are into extra innings, and set to go is the second baseman, Jason McIntosh. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Comes set with the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Right to him. Throw to first gets him. 1 out here to lead off the 10th. So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Mark Lacey. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 1-0 delivery.
Outside, that's a ball. Ball 3. 3-0 the count.
Four pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Just a nice piece of hitting right there, especially in extra innings. He didn't try to win the thing by himself or be a hero. He just patiently worked the at-bat until he earned the walk. We'll see if his teammates can pick him up now.
Hansen enters to make an appearance on the mound as he inherits a runner at first with 1 out in the inning. Buford Christian will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Here's the first pitch. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. And there he goes towards second. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal at second base.
The 1-1 pitch. Cold strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now. Working for the punch out and the offering. This one's flared out toward left. Junior will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 32, Jonathan Adkins.
Striding into the box, Jonathan Adkins. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Here's the first pitch. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. One and 0. Here it is. Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Tierney has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So they pick up no runs on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. So one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are tied 4-4. Ready for the bottom of the 10th here, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Devin Myers.
Devin Myers.
Here comes the first pitch. And this is low, ball 1. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. The 1-2. Gets the outside corner, strike 3.
Big curveball for the strikeout there, and that came after an absolute missile of a fastball. Even if you recognize the breaking ball out of the pitcher's hand, it's so hard for hitters to sit back long enough after they've seen a really good fastball. Only the best can keep their hands back on those.
At the plate now, Bull Jr. as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Fouled off. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And now pitch on the way. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time.
Classic slider, down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Andrew Zavala. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Christian is there to make the catch, and that means we've got more baseball ahead. New inning set to get underway, and stepping in the long ball threat, Paul Taylor. First pitch on its way. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The first baseman, number 9, Brad Benton.
Ready once again, Brad Benton. From the stretch. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball low as he's able to lay off the slider. Off-speed pitch, just missed inside. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Stepping in now, Michael Wright, and it's fouled away. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. He's set. The 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Hit to first, reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. It's getting late. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th, and we are tied 4-4. A.J. Anderson is up off the bench here to start the home half of the 11th as he'll try to get on base as the possible winning run. In there for strike one, 0-1. Anderson, a native Texan. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, this guy has been an absolute solid player his entire big league career, and I expect him to have a ton of suitors come this offseason.
The 1-1 home. It is strike two swinging.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
Popped him up. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down.
Now back, second baseman, Rolando.
Riding in once again, Rolando Valido, trying to avoid the dreaded hat trick here. He's 0 for 5 all told. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 4-1. Tries to bunt his way on here, but this is a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
And this is the case of a guy taking one for the team. I think he could have gotten out of the way of this one, but he leans into it and puts himself on board. Now he represents the winning run, so it's a good move.
Ready now, Alton Kramer has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Here's the first pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
The 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he's back in standing. Runners on the move for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base.
That's a swipe at the bag, and this catcher, he throws really well, too, so that's not easy. Good job there by the base runner.
Pitch is popped up. Full extension, but he can't make the catch. That's strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. Swinging a ball pulled hard down the line in left. And that's off the left field wall. He'll get it into second, and they've come back to win it here in 11 innings.
Well, that at-bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish!
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Hank Hansen gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. For the visitors, 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.